President of the Pan-African Parliament, Excellency Chief Fortune Charumbira, Vice Presidents of the Pan-African Parliament, Honorable Dr. Achebe Gayo, Honorable Lucia dos Passos, Honorable Jida Mama Mahamat, Judge President of the African Court on Human and People's Rights, Her Excellency Lady Justice Imani D. Aboud, Minister for Water and Sanitation of the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable Pemi Majodina, Minister of Justice and Human Rights of the Republic of Djibouti, Honorable Ali Hassan Bedon, Honorable members of the Pan-African Parliament, Dean of African Ambassadors in the Republic of South Africa, Excellency Andre Nzapanyeke, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Clerk of the Pan-African Parliament, Ms. Lindiwe Kumalo, Director for Strategic Planning and Development in the AUC, Ms. Bodo Kabawene Bayendi, Chief Director, African Union in the Department of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa, Excellency Ambassador Lubuyo Ndimeni and representatives of DECO here present, distinguished resource persons, invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and participants. It is an honor for me to be able to address you in the opening of this plenary session of the Pan-African Parliament. Allow me to begin by apologizing for not being able to be with you in person for this especially important event. This has been due to a clash in our calendars, which was unavoidable. My brother, Excellency Chief Fortune Charumbira, kindly accept my sincere apologies. I am really very happy that we are devoting this session to a topic of utmost importance for the future of our continent, education. Under the theme, Educate an African Fit for the 21st Century, Building Resilience Education Systems for Increased Access to Inclusive, Lifelong, Quality, and Relevant Learning in Africa. This is a subject close to my heart because my original profession before politics was education, and I spent my early professional years in teaching and curriculum development, mainly in languages and social sciences. The critical role of education lies at the heart of the 7 aspirations in the AU Agenda 2063, and as a premier strategic blueprint for transforming the continent into a global powerhouse. AU Agenda 2063 firmly articulates education through the Continental Education Strategy for Africa 2016 to 2025, and lays emphasis on inclusivity and sustainability as key factors in the promotion of social and economic progress, regional integration, democratic governance, and peace. Education, therefore, is pivotal to achieving sustainable development and enhancing human capital. This is critical as we chart our path towards the Africa we want, in line with the African Union's Agenda 2063 and the Continental Education Strategy for Africa. We must recognize the pivotal role that quality and relevant learning play in shaping a prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable future. I would like for us to seriously reflect on what role parliaments and governments can and should play in the face of over 98 million children in Africa who are out of school. This goes further as the scale of learning poverty in our region continues to skyrocket. Learning poverty refers to the inability of children to read a simple text by age 10. It is at 90% in sub-Saharan Africa, having been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We are told Africa needs an additional 17 million teachers to meet universal education goals by 2020. Globally, education is in a crisis, with Africa facing significant challenges in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal 4, SDG 4, and the Continental Education Strategy for Africa. Despite progress in access to education, learning poverty, teacher shortages, and systemic challenges remain significant barriers. I must congratulate the AU for proposing 10 objectives and related activities for national, regional, continental, and global levels to galvanize member states towards education reform, focusing on building resilient and inclusive educational systems with clear core practices, including teacher development, foundational learning, STEM education, vocational training, and digital education solutions. I would like to briefly cover 3 areas which may serve to deliver what we need to achieve in the goals of the theme that is before us. First, the importance of foundational learning, that is, getting the basics right. Dear colleagues, you will agree with me that foundational learning, which encompasses the basic skills of literacy, numeracy, and critical thinking, forms the bedrock upon which all further learning is built. Without a solid foundation, the edifice of advanced education and skills development cannot stand. What will foundational learning achieve for us? First, building a knowledge-based economy. Foundational learning equips our young people with essential skills that are crucial for higher education and specialized training. It prepares them to contribute meaningfully to a knowledge-based economy, fostering innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. This is essential for the economic transformation envisioned in Agenda 2063. Second, reducing inequality and promoting inclusive education. By ensuring that all children, regardless of their background, have access to quality foundational education, we can reduce educational disparities and promote social inclusion. This aligns with Continental Education Strategy for Africa, a goal of inclusive and equitable education for all. Third, enhancing the quality of education. A strong educational foundation enhances the quality of learning at all subsequent levels. Students who master foundational skills are better prepared for the challenges of higher education and are more likely to succeed academically and professionally. Another vital area we have to consider is technical and vocational learning, TVET. The role of TVET in education transformation must also be elevated as part of improving on quality education. Technical and vocational education and training is equally crucial in our quest to transform education in Africa. TVET provides practical skills and knowledge that are directly applicable to the labor market, addressing the skills gap and enhancing employability. What will this achieve? 1, skills for jobs. Given the youth bulge in most of our countries, empowering youth and enhancing employability is cardinal. Africa's youthful population is one of its greatest assets. TVET programs equip young people with the skills needed to thrive in the job market, reducing unemployment and underemployment. This empowerment is vital for achieving the socio-economic goals of Agenda 2063. Second, providing lifelong learning and adaptability. TVET promotes a culture of lifelong learning and adaptability. As the job market evolves with technological advancements, individuals with TVET training can continually update their skills, ensuring they remain relevant and competitive. Third, supporting sustainable development. TVET plays a crucial role in sustainable development by training individuals in areas such as green technologies, sustainable agriculture, and environmental management. This supports Agenda 2063's vision of a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. The third area I want to touch on is a synergy between foundational learning and TVET. To truly transform education in Africa, we must create synergy between these two areas. This integrated approach will ensure that our educational systems are not only preparing students for academic success, but also for practical, real-world challenges. What can we get from this? One, early integration. By incorporating elements of TVET into foundational learning, we can spark interest in vocational skills from a young age. This early integration helps students see the relevance of their education in future careers. Second, continuous pathways. We must establish clear pathways that allow students to seamlessly transition from foundational education to TVET and from TVET to higher education or the workforce. These continuous pathways ensure that education remains relevant and accessible at all stages of life. Thirdly, enhancing public-private partnerships. Institutions, industry, and government is essential. Public-private partnerships can provide the resources, expertise, and opportunities needed to make foundational learning and TVET programs successful and responsive to market demands. Dear colleagues and participants, with these few remarks, I want to express my full solidarity in the work before this conference, and I express my hope that it will be a defining moment in our mission for a better Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, the transformation of education in Africa is not just a goal. It is a necessity for achieving the Africa we want. Thank you very much.